Hi, I'm Loretta Kreitz. I'm here in Porto, Portugal, and many of you have asked me to show you our apartment here. So I'm going to take you on a video tour of our apartment. So let's go. I'm going to start as the staircase here. These are the stairs that I complain about having to go up and down every day to get to our first floor apartment, which in the United States would be called the second floor. Go. Got a little bit of Christmas cheer. Door. There's my little greeters. Say hello. Hello. So just inside the door, we have a guest bath and shower. Actually, this is the bigger shower downstairs. Naturally, I use the one that's upstairs. Hi. And then you go on into the living room. And we've got it set up for Christmas right now. This is our vintage Santa and some of my snowmen from Russia when I was there. Seems like it was 20 years ago. This is one of my favorite features of this apartment is we have these great big windows, kind of floor to ceiling, looking out at the street. And we have these trees that are on the street. Right now, they're not in leaf, but normally I get to feel like I'm in a tree house looking out at all the leafy trees and the birds. Got some of my quilts here hanging on the wall. We have a little tree this year. Not sure what next year will bring, but this year we just got ourselves a little tree. I haven't gotten the ornaments put on it yet, but I do have them. I had one tote of my most important, most cherished ornaments shipped over in our crates. And I brought a Christmas pillow. Now we have a new couch, but we also have dogs. So it is almost always covered in quilts to protect it. And there again, Lilo and Stitch. We haven't found a coffee table that we like yet, so we're just using one of the containers that we had stuff that we packed into the crates that we had shipped over. And the place was unfurnished, so we had to buy basically everything in the apartment. So we did bring some of our favorite art pieces and some of my husband's collectible teddy bears and some of the Disney. These are kind of cool. I like these a lot. These are Disney oh awards for the time that he was employed there. So different ones were given at different stages of his career. And this is where my husband is set up with his video editing things. And this is our living room, dining room, kitchen, all in one. So a couple more of my quilts here. This sort of cabinet in the corner came with the place and was in the utility room, but when we got the washing machine, it needed to move. So it got stuck in that corner there, and I just hung a table runner that I had made for my mother over it to kind of hide the clutter that's inside. And since we don't have a car, we do all of our grocery shopping and carry everything back. So we just got this cart to take our groceries home in. We haven't even tried it out yet. This is the kitchen. And by most of the standards of the kitchens I've been looking at, we've been shopping for a place. We're renting this one. So we've been shopping for a place to buy. This is a very large kitchen. I know. You people are rolling your eyes just like I did, thinking that's a large kitchen. And now that I live here, I cook almost, well, from scratch, most everything. And this is the size of my refrigerator. So we do frequent shopping. And the freezer is even scarier. In Glendora, I had not only the freezer that was associated with the refrigerator, but I had a whole separate upright freezer in the garage where I kept a lot of things. So, yeah, I can't even batch cook and have any place to put it. So everything is pretty much made from scratch on a regular basis. So this is a great quilt. I really love this. I won this at my guild from we would do raffles every year at the holiday party, and so it is found a lovely spot right here in our hallway. So oh yes, and I am lucky enough to have a washing machine, so that was something else we acquired here. It's a washer and a dryer, but um I find it's a little small and it's not vented to the outside, so we dry towels and things like that, but not much of the clothes. We tend to hang those to dry. And there's a lot of humidity here, so we have two dehumidifiers. One is down in the living room, and one is up in the bedroom because we like to keep things more California style dry and not uh, Portugal, or at least Porto, humid. So up the stairs, this is known as a duplex because we've got the two levels. Got a mirror there that I have not hung up yet or even taken the plastic wrap off of, even though we've had it for a couple of months. In here, I've hung another one of my quilts. One of the other features here that's quite common that I like but never had in California were one of these towel warmers. So those are kind of fun. They keep the towels nice and warm, but they also act as the only heating source really in the bathrooms. The rooms here are not vented, with what you would be used to in the States as being central heating. So every room has its own, like, sort of radiator wall heater. So this is the bathroom that I use most of the time with the small shower. So one of the things I'm hoping to upgrade when we purchase a place is to have a larger shower in my bathroom. So here's another one of the quilts. This one's a panel. And then into the bedroom, you can see my fancy curtains there. Tinfoil. We've been here 7 months. I still haven't done anything about the tinfoil, but I don't like the light coming in, and that's a door to the terrace. So, well, we call it a terrace. That's rather a wishful thinking kind of term, but I'll take you out there in a moment. So, I had very little space between the heater on the wall and the side to side of the room and needing to open the closets. So the only thing I could find that would fit widthwise as a nightstand were these IKEA drawer units. But the good news is they also act as extra storage, which in this place we definitely need. The bed frame and mattress was about the only thing that came with the place. So it has some drawers underneath as well for a little more additional storage. And I've got a little tablescape here for Christmas. These were four things, if you consider the table runner too, that we brought from home. I actually bought the table scarf in Europe when we were on a cruise. But darned if I can remember exactly what city it was. You know, you go on those cruises and you go to, I don't know, 8 cities and you can't quite remember which was which. So here we go out onto our terrace. The bunny from Paris came with us too. So it's, 3 feet wide by, I don't know, it's longer. I don't know what the width is or the length is, but just a little space here. It's kind of a high tabletop. It's, mid, anyhow, above my belly button high. So if we were to see anything while sitting out here, we would have to have bar stool type seats, which we don't have. But you can kind of see the skyline here and the trees and some of the other houses that are here in our neighborhood. Right at the end of the street, we have a park, which is very nice. And the moon tonight, well, it's coming up a little bit towards full. Not full yet. It's been chilly here. Let's go back in the house. We have built-in wardrobes in both of the bedrooms. So this is the second bedroom. This is the one that I am using as my studio. So I have my, well, I'm just loosely calling it Tree of Life at the moment. It doesn't have a title yet. Piece that I'm working on here. Still needs a lot of shading and, of course, adding its leaves and its background, but it is well underway. And here is my sewing table with all of its goodies. And of course, I had to bring my Edna mode. Um, David said that they call the board gods in audio engineering. She's my she's my sewing machine buddy. Some of the inspiration photos for the piece that I'm working on, including my original drawing of the tree. So I don't have tinfoil over this door/window, so I can actually see out when I'm working. And I have my main work table positioned in front of that door/window. And yes, I keep sticking my finger in there. A nice thing about this is it's a sort of a sit-stand desk. So when I'm sitting, like I have been to be painting this background, I can crank it down. And yet when I want to work standing at it to do cutting or whatever, then I can crank it up to a standing position. So that's working out quite well for me. Here is my pressing station. Now, I did bring these IKEA drawer units, not IKEA, these are Elva drawer units from the States. That was another thing that I did bring. I kind of configured everything within the space and my fabrics that I was planning to bring. And I did bring a lot of my fabric collection. But if you showed up to our sale, you would see that there was an awful lot of fabric being sold too. So I probably brought maybe a third of my fabric stash, maybe even less. But I did bring 90%, 95% of my thread stash so that I would have those tools. And then since then I've gotten, this is IKEA, one of the IKEA trolleys to put more of my painting and drawing, painting supplies so that they're here, colored pencils, all those different ones that I use in my quilting. And needed this bookcase for some of the other stash. I do have a dog bed tucked in here, so when my dogs want to come and visit and hang out with me, I've got a place for them to lay down. And of course, my desk. I got another one of the IKEA, I think they're called Alex units, to be part of the desk there for additional storage. I haven't put anything much on the walls yet, so I'll put a bulletin board above my desk and then hang some paintings and or pictures anyhow, and hang some of my quilts. And then I will probably put another bulletin board over there so that I can use it like I am kind of now when I have different design and inspiration pieces that I want to look at while I'm working. And then I'll probably hang some more of my quilts and pictures and things above the sewing table. So I brought too many works in progress still, so we'll see if I ever get them finished, but they're sort of crammed into this closet along with all my all-purpose inks. My Sukaneko inks are in their tray. And then on this side, I have bolts of fabric, and I have a number of my quilts hanging, the ones that I brought with me. I pretty much mostly brought the art quilts and then some of the ones that were part of my lecture series. So I have a couple of suitcases of quilts beyond those that are stashed. So one of the suitcases of quilts is under my sewing table, and the other two are tucked away back behind my work table. Or the other one, maybe there's only one, maybe there's two total. So I think that pretty much finishes up our little tour of our apartment here in Porto. I hope you enjoyed this little taste of European life, and you appreciate the space that you have now. And we will see you again next time. Thanks for watching.